لا نبي بعده. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I know afternoon academic sessions are the toughest in any seminar or conference. So I have decided not to bore you. So it depends on you. If you are with me for 5 minutes, and I'm just going to stop.
Of course, all of us with
so it depends on you. Your response, and accordingly I will sit. Are you ready to listen to me?
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Dear friends, my topic is keeping hope alive, a prerequisite for positive action in the light of Risale-i Nur. The subject has two important references. One is Quran and Sunnah as one reference, because Sayyid Nursi, his writings, his actions ought to be positive within the Islamic frame of reference. So if he says that you must be hopeful, we have to see what is the authenticity of a statement or a position. So you know what is Islam's position, Quran's position, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's seerah on such important issues. For us, we know that the basis of any positive hope in the Islamic scheme of things is Iman billah. La taqnatu min rahmatillah. But Allah also demolishes the false hopes. Tilka amaniyyu. Qul hatu burhanakum. Their wishes. Every wish, every hope cannot be fulfilled. So the hopes should be based authentic. And if you hope something, you have to see whether my hope is Jews believe something, Christians believe something. Is their hope based on any, is this authentic hope, justified or unjustified? Dear friends, we see that faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, faith in akhirah, faith in the purpose of life which is sanctioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes one to understand that this life and all its situations are just a test. Test of your faith, test to control your patience, and test to control your emotions and the passions. If you conduct yourself in worthy manner, you are morally and spiritually up, and Allah will reward you. And He will give you falahidaran, good in this world and good in the next world. If you fail, you are failed. So, all in the footsteps of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba, Tabi'een, Awliyaullah, Ulama'i, Mujtahideen, Mujahideen, and among them, Badi'uz Zaman Sayyid Nursi. He lived a life which was both, it's not only word of Risale-i Nur, it's also Sahibi Risale. For us, these are two important references. Not only the words, we want to see the person. We see Quran speaking, and we see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conducting. True? So what we see, that the man is in the times when Western civilization had cast its shadow. What is the basis of it? Simple, materialism and secularization. Faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the project of materialism and secularization is antithesis. It severs man from the font of hope. Font, F-O-U-N-T. Iman. It severs. When it severs, so even if you are materially advanced, despondency and hopelessness will overwhelm you. So write down, this is not something confined to so-called third world countries. Even so-called first world, the hopelessness and despondency technological advancement, their technological advancement, their material possessions far outweigh the others in the world. Why so? Big question now. My point is, he witnessed how the Western civilization was had overwhelming effect on Turkey and the people and the Muslims around the globe, and he could see that they won't be able to deliver. They have hopes, but false hopes. They are giving hopes, not based on, not authentic hopes, not justified hopes. So they are to be demolished. And people told that they have to conduct themselves in a manner worthy of man, but within the matrix of the Islamic worldview. So we just see how he lives. The man started when the Turkey was going down. So giving counsels to the Sultan. It was declining. Giving counsels to him. It doesn't work. So being associated with some movement which he thought may make some changes, it doesn't work. But trying to maintain the order, okay, country is overtaken by the inimical forces. He is there to defend it, like a valiant mujahid, looking for an opportunity to think positive, believe in the right things and have the patience. And when the differences came up with Kemal Atatürk, left the place, started building anew. Remember the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at Taif. He went with a message of delivery and salvation to the people. He was persecuted. What he said? That I hope maybe the next generation will embrace the truth. While facing the worst treatment, hoping for the next. So I just see here, Badi'u Zaman Sayyid Nursi, hoping if the current situation is not conducive to the teachings, to the truth, no problem. Let me wait. Time is on our side because we are on the right path. So he just, for educating, for being on the right path, showed the perseverance and persistence and started inculcating in people. He's in the jail, telling the people, this is an opportunity for introspection, for mending yourself. So he does not lose a simple opportunity, any opportunity that can be positively appropriated. And I have learned passages, his last letter even, where he says that we are not on the side of the kufr, we are on the side of Iman. And Iman tells us to be patient. Imani framework asks us to be patient. Imani workers ask us to ensure that you do everything for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and don't intervene in the working of God. Giving examples from the farmer, he sows the seeds, but its crop, whether there will be a calamity which will destroy the crop or there will be abundant crop, nobody knows. So you do your work, God will do His work, and hope that if you are doing for Allah's pleasure, you are doing within the framework which is attested and justified as per the Islamic framework, continue with it. You will reap the result. Dear friends, mashallah, the faith communities of the world, Muslims included, we are overwhelmed by the materialistic civilization and ideas. So, in that very civilization, action, intensive action, extensive action is the hallmark of success. We talk about person is really very dynamic man, very, very dynamic man. Oh, he has reached the top climax of his career. But then the big problems in the world, exploitation, imperialism, militarism, world wars, cold wars, big economic disparities, social exclusions. These are all the products of this whole secular and materialistic project. You own it. Sir, you own it. Why don't you own it? If you own it, then you say, only activity is not justified. Look for what is the motivation for activity. And the action is positive or negative. Is it akhirat oriented? Is it geared to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then it is a worthy action. Otherwise not. We have not to be impatient. So these values ought to be, these are globally relevant values. But in a framework which is generated only on the base of the faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, faith in the apostles of Prophet sallallahu apostles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the ways shown by them. But let me tell you, it's not only the words of Risale-i Nur or any other Risale which can be guidance for the people. There are saints and the saviors needed every time who will embody the teachings at a particular point in history, and they can be the role models for the people to come out of hopeless and despondency. I hope this is the message of Risale-i Nur. This is what Badiu Zaman Sayyid Nursi stood for, and this is something we have to learn. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.